morning, everybody. Here is 10:20 in the morning.
Morning,
Okay,
Roberto.
good morning. So we're going to talk about first and second graders last year. So a collective brain way means how teachers will adapt to this and how do they share their experience. Now, the first problem is that education of first and second graders was the hardest hit by the pandemic. Why? Because it's very difficult when you're a first grader, second grader. You have to learn to read, and that takes a lot of time. That's face to face mainly, and also because there is problem of self-regulation, and you have to add to that that in our country, this is Chile, internet is not very good in everywhere, particularly in rural areas. So that's a big challenge. Now we have developed before an territorial ecosystem that I will explain. But basically, here you have the students do some, what's called it, exit ticket as a formative assessment. They have to draw things, write things, manuscript, and we received last year for almost 500,000 answers from the students. They send it to the teacher by different means. It could be just the teacher visit the home of in rural areas, or they receive WhatsApp or directly by the system. But the teacher then puts this on the system for every student, here the list of students, and then he will go to this territorial ecosystem that will explain that it has a map of the whole country and how every region, every district, how they are doing. And in your cell phone number, you can see, for example, this is just a district, and these are different schools here. That the ones that are in red means the teacher have had some video with their experience. So the teacher also can have and add videos, 3 minutes videos. We collected around 100 3 minutes videos, and I'm going to show. I'm going to show here somehow so this is the ecosystem. For example, I go to this region, and if I go to this region, I have this different district. This is a rural district, and if I go to this district, I see 4 schools here in this region, and this one that are all of them have done some work. The red one means that, and you will see here, is a video that uploaded by the teacher, and so it's a YouTube video with his or her experience. And here says that he has made 69 like formative assessments received, and you can see the tree of coverage of the curriculum. This is language. This is about writing, about reading. How much of each of the components, learning objectives of writing, the whole his whole class has made, her class has made. And so that's how the system. And you have some points. So it's kind of gaming because you can compare different schools, and not only schools but different districts and different regions of the country. So from the municipality point of view, they can see different districts. And finally, we receive in total, these are the videos from the teachers, around 100 videos, each one explaining her strategy. And so we wanted to try to understand what was what was in those videos. So we analyzed them, classified them, and we see a pattern. So here's basically the study. We have a first video that we propose some ideas, this first generation. Then every week we will send information about videos made by the teacher, different teachers. They start doing their videos. Since we have like the first quarter of the year around 45 videos. This comes the second, third generation with more videos, and the fourth generation more videos. So we have in total like fifth generation. The first one was was video made by our team and the Ministry of Education, and these are the videos made by the teachers. So we found that educational games were about 33% of the videos have educational games, but then they decrease at the in the other generations, at the fifth generation. We saw that teddy bears and hand puppets videos and how to learn to read and write went from 38% this generation, second to only 17 the fifth generation. So we see a trend, a change, and somehow they copy each other and they start changing, and what was working better for them. But storybooks and reading aloud increased from 13 to 17, and students answering tickets, so they show their students with the parental consent, went from 13 to 29%. That's from the second generation to the fifth generation. And activities completed by a student increased also, so 13 to 38. So more and more they start showing what their students did. And we will also see some pattern that there was some imitation and improving successful study from other teachers, because uh, we see that they start they say that from 13% to 33%, they show that somehow they imitated some previous videos, the first generation of videos, or from they got ideas from other other teachers. So what we see then is that we see somehow that we have built this community. Not only that they work with the student, but they start sharing this idea, imitating from each other, combining ideas from other teachers, and that's what basically the paper is about. So this pattern of how this community starts sharing and improving and changing patterns in the way they teach. So thanks very much.